Yes, good job, Marjorie. Yes, yes, you look professional now. Yes.
Here we go. Here's the link. Oh, we lost Sharon. Hold on. Here's the link. Okay, so we're live. I'm gonna close that. We came back.
You control the slides, right?
What was that?
You controlling the slides, right?
Yep. Okay, we are live. So anything we say now, people can hear. So I'm gonna play the music and share the slides right now, and then we'll be good to go. Does that sound all right?
Perfect.
Hold on.
Story of how I was named by my great great grandmother back in 1960, recounting the.
Should I just play the music and have us up for right now so that they can hear the music and I wait to show the slides? I'm not going to mute, but if you guys are muted, then they'll just see us and we're waving and we're just doing our thing. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Story of how she was kidnapped with two friends of hers and eventually escaped from their captors. They were on horseback headed towards the east out of the Valley of the Chiefs in Montana, which is just this side of Billings. And after they basically killed all of the warriors that had kidnapped them, they stole their horses and rode home. I'm a grandmother now, but in my 16th year, I play with friends on the prairie. Progress will allow we live forever in the Valley of the Chiefs. Travel the trail in the heat of the day. Horses approaching, I thought I heard. 5 men appeared and they took us away. The children of the lone big bird. All right.
Oh, I have to go back now.
This is the story of how I. I'm a grandmother now, but in my 16th year, I play with friends on the prairie. Progress will allow we live forever in the valley of the chiefs. Travel the trail in the heat of the day. Horses approaching, I thought I heard. 5 men appeared and they took us away. We were children of the long beaver. Traveling as captives into the night, taken far from the valley. No tears were cried towards the eastern light, because 5 men would die. Our captains slept, and the night watch too. 5 men surprised when these girls counted their crew. We took their horses into the night, back to the valley of the chiefs. But they used to call him Birdie, but his name was Yellowbird. He got back from Vietnam, hardly spoke a word. He moved us up in Missoula, mother, father, son, and daughter. I know the story well because Birdie was my father. Birdie had some photographs brought back from the war, mostly him with the locals, their feet on a bamboo floor. Birdie learned to grow the gums in the land of the rising sun. Paid back what he borrowed, brought that money home. And after all this time, Yellowbird's free to fly. Birdie took the farming, the help of his son. Birdie always kept the profile low, but always had it done. Everything went fine till I turned 17. That's when the federal agents came and stole everything. And after all this time, your little bird should be fly. Be to fly. Birdie died in prison. Oh, the latest body low. I took a shot at college, but then I started to grow. But he was a man that taught me everything I know. I wish you could have come along, all down to Colorado. And after all this time, little bird is free to fly. I wrote this as we were leaving Salt Lake City and driving to the Salt Flats. And I had this vision in my head that had nothing to do with what we were looking at. I was thinking about a river and an old truck and a fly rod. So this is a song about fishing. I don't know why it came out of that situation. Here it is. I'm gonna take my old wagon across the great little tracks with a bamboo pole and a gunny sack, sit in the shade, all laid back. That's what I'm gonna do. I lived here all my life, right where I was supposed to be. I didn't know growing up who I was gonna be. Well, brother, I'm here to tell you, you'll never meet another brother just like me. I know just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my old wagon across the railroad tracks with a bamboo pole, gunny sack, sit in the shade, all the way back. That's what I'm gonna do. I got half a mind to stay right here. Don't you know the truth? Well, that's all right with me. That's okay with you. The rest of my days all laid back. That's what I'm gonna do. There's gonna be some mighty big fishes underneath all of them bridges. Better make sure you bring along the right kind of midget for all of them big old fishes underneath all of them bridges. I'm gonna take my old wagon across the railroad tracks with a bamboo pole and a gunny sack, sit in the shade all day. That's what I'm gonna do.
We're going to get started in just a minute. It is almost 12:35. Thank you for joining us.
How to get the most of Grammarly free. It's Kayla on behalf of Grammarly to tell you all about the free version.
This is live. There's a perfect example. We are bringing this to you live. We'll try that again. Okay, it is 12:35, and we want to say welcome to our November Assembly. We are celebrating Native American Heritage Month, and you are joining us live from your advisory classroom. Before we get started, we wanted to recognize all those amazing winners from last Assembly when we were celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. We had lots of people in all their advisory classes do really well on the Kahoot. So if you see your name up there, you were one of the winners in your advisory classroom. I agree with Mr. Visotto. Let's give you a huge round of applause. Thank you for paying attention and listening and knowing a lot about the material we covered in that presentation. We promised we would select one lucky winner randomly to receive a Chick-fil-A gift card, and our winner was sixth grader Ifioma. Ifi was, I don't remember, I think Miss Ballard's advisory class. And she has received her Chick-fil-A gift card. So congratulations. We will be having another winner today. We have a game at the end. We're doing a Book It today. So make sure you're paying attention so that you can participate with your class afterwards. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to let our two teachers reintroduce themselves and get started with our assembly today.
My name is Mr. Visotto. I'm a technology teacher, and I help run the assembly with Miss Cohen and Miss Prince.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Prince, and I teach U.S. history to 8th grade, 9th grade, and AP. All right, so although we're virtual, we want to start off by acknowledging that we live and work upon the lands of the Piscataway Conoy Tribal Nation. We affirm the need to share that history of the rightful past, present, and future inhabitants of the land. This would include the Akahanok Indian Tribe, the Assateague Peoples Tribe, the Nasuwewash Band of Indians, the Piscataway Conoy Confederacy, and sub-tribes in the Cedarville Band of Piscataway Indians, the Pocomoke Indian Nation, and the Youghiogheny River Band of Shawnee Indians. We acknowledge the thousands of tribal members in our community that are displaced from their own homelands and have moved to Montgomery County. Beyond just acknowledging this land, as members of the MVA community, we oppose oppression in all its forms and seek to repair past injustices as we work to advance an equitable future for all. So it's a common misconception that Native Americans no longer live in the Chesapeake Bay region. There are tens of thousands of people in Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and the District of Columbia who identify as American Indian. The Chesapeake Bay American Indians are still here today, and today the Maryland Commission on Indian Affairs serves the following nations and tribes.
And talking about several nations and tribes, we do not have one Native American culture. We have several of them. And there's so many things that we use today that was originally in the Native American culture. So rubber, kayaks, snow goggles, raised bed agriculture, baby bottles, mouthwash, all of those started with our Native Americans. What about those yummy foods that we ate every day? There's several of them that we were very grateful for our Native Americans to have them for us. Beans, now here in October, those pumpkins that we carve a little bit last month, peppers, tomatoes, yams, peanuts, white rice, chocolate, strawberries, blueberries, avocados, pineapples. There's just a few. There's several of them that we are very, very grateful for our Native Americans to have started those, and now they are all around planet Earth. Now, something that we believe here strongly at the Montgomery Virtual Academy is everybody from every single culture is able to become extremely successful. So what we do in these assemblies, as we go to different cultures, we also going to highlight some of those people that was very successful, because we know in the future, some of our students are going to become extremely successful. So what about the Aquaman star? Jason Momoa, he's a father, an actor, an entrepreneur, and a filmmaker. He always talk about his Hawaiian heritage and how that has been very important for him. And one thing that he wants to do is he wants to go ahead and start telling more about our indigenous stories on the screen. And we like winners. And Kansas City Chiefs, and we all know about Travis Kelce now, and who else? His girlfriend, Taylor Swift, all over the news. But there is a center over there that has to protect the quarterback so he can launch those. So who is this wonderful center? He is somebody else that we are very grateful for, the nation tribal member, and he is the center for the Super Bowl champion, and he's still playing. So he's an integral part of their success.
To show our Native pride as well, in the realm of the arts, we have Joy Harjo, who was the Poet Laureate in 2019 and is a current Chancellor of the Academy of American Poets and lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And she is a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation. In fact, we are actually going to be reading, actually a student is going to be reading a poem by Joy Harjo for you in just a second. So as you hear the student read the following poem, I want you to be considering one of these three questions. One, what is the title of the poem? Why do you think the author chose this title? Two, what is your initial reaction or emotional response to the poem? How does it make you feel? Or three, what is the main theme or message of the poem? Can you identify any underlying messages or lessons? After you listen to the student read the poem, you're going to be discussing with your advisory class for about 6 minutes. So let's listen to the poem first.
Hello, my name is Sistine Ingram. On my mom's side, my grandma is from Ojibwe Oneida in Toronto, Canada, which is a Native American group in Canada. On my dad's side, my grandma is Moroccan and my grandpa is Native American on Cherokee. Today I'm going to be reading the poem Remember by Joe Harjo. Remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and giving away to night. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you food and breath. You are evidence of her life and hers, and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth, we are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them, listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind, remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember, you are all people and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion, is growing, is you, is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember, the dance language is that life is. Remember.
Now choose one of these discussion questions to discuss. Advisory teachers will give you about 6 minutes.
You have just about a minute left to start wrapping up your conversation, and we'll come back together shortly. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue with the final part of the assembly.
We have an interview here with the tribal chairman of the Piscataway Kono tribe. So here we go. He shared a lot of knowledge with us.
Here we go, students. Now we are in an excellent part of our assembly. I have here for you out the tribal chairman of the Piscataway Kono tribe. Mr. Gray is going to tell us a little bit about his tribe and his culture. So, Mr. Gray, go ahead, take away. Tell us about the wonderful life that y'all have lived for years.
In Algonquin language, my ancestral language, Nule Leptam Ali Pak, translated is welcome. We are glad to see you here. Welcome to my ancestral homelands, the homelands where the Creator has placed the Piscataway people for over 10,000 years and continuing as today. To us, this land is sacred, upon which we walk today. And it's the same lands our ancestors have walked upon, cared for, and where they now hopefully rest into perpetuity. We, the living Piscataway and our future descendants, honor our ancestors by striving to protect both today and into the future.
So that was like, what is some kind of identity by your own tribe or maybe by different tribes, Native American, that you like our students to know? Maybe there's a lot of misconceptions what they learn in school. So tell us a little bit about who you are as a people.
So we are the Piscataway people. We are the people from where the waters blend, which is speaking specifically on the Potomac and the Patuxent River, which are the freshwater systems there that dump into, also mixes with the Chesapeake, which is a salted type of water. And that's why we are the people from where the waters blend.
So we have a question here. We want to know, how has your cultural background influenced your values, your beliefs, and especially your ways of life? What's your ways of life today?
Well, my ways of life there is not like it was back in my ancestral ways there. We are people of adaptation there. So I do bring with me some cultural relevance here where we are respectful. We honor those before us, and we give those after us that due respect as well.
Okay, so where do y'all live? Like where y'all located in America and in Maryland today? Where can you find Native Americans? I think there's some misconceptions on that.
There's a lot of misconceptions, and thank you for asking that there. We are primarily in the Southern Maryland region. We have over 40,000 tribal members. Some of the citizens there are enrolled as such there, some are not. But we are the Charles County, Prince George's County, St. Mary's, and County there, and some of us are also in the King George County of Virginia.
And what would be some key elements that are important to these people in Maryland, to your identity?
What is keeping our culture through the ways that our Creator has placed in front of us, and how our ancestors has orally transformed back to us there of what and how we walk upon this earth and this land. Like I said, this is the same place there that our ancestors have walked as well there. So we're very careful of the air, the water, the land, to make sure you do not poison those systems there. So we view the systems as our bodies. The circulatory blood that runs through our bodies is the same circulatory process as the water and the air for Mother Earth as well.
Okay. So I see this big connection. Now, for us to finish, I know there is a year that's kind of a little bit sad in the history, 1794. Can you please explain to us why 1794 is a key year?
1794 was actually a time where the U.S. Constitution and the United States officially became a nation, an entity, the United States government, transforming from the colonial government to its own standing government. It is at this time that all of the standing treaties and relationships that we on the East Coast had with the King and Queen of England was null and void there. And here is where we lost a lot of our tribal land because there was no said records at the time.
Wow. So for us to finish, give us like a word of wisdom. How are you be able to become successful, to become true to yourself? Or what do you have word of wisdom for our youth as they are navigating this whole world of social media, this and that? So what would be your word of wisdom for our amazing youth?
To you that are coming up, understand that hate has no place, but understand that there is a purpose for everyone that we meet in our life. And that purpose will have us into a place later on where we grow, because we need to be able to address, we need to accept the adversity that comes either positive or negative, but it has a purpose for us internally to grow.
Well, wonderful ways for us to finish. Thank you, Mr. Gray. The whole Montgomery Virtual Academy is grateful to you and your tribe to allow for you to teach our students. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Wanishi in Piscataway. Thank you.
Here we go, we stood.
We're going to be having a Blook-It, which is similar to a Kahoot that you're going to be playing with your advisory class in just a minute. Teachers, a few people reached out that they had a little trouble getting into the Blook-It, but we just posted some updated directions in the staff lounge so that hopefully you'll be able to access it. We have the same format where there's a spreadsheet for you to post your winner, and it should take about 7 minutes. So before we close up and announce what time we'll be going to, we want to just give you a few additional reminders. Our next assembly will be December 15th. So we are back on track with the right months. We will be celebrating at that assembly holidays around the world, and we are hoping to have more opportunities from you, our students, to be participating and sharing your experiences with us. We were excited to bring in one student today to read the poem and share with us. And now that we have a whole 4 weeks to get ready, please pay attention in the global announcements about opportunities to share. And if you are interested, you can always email Mr. Bisotto or Ms. Prince, who are part of our assembly committee. So that'll be coming up next month. We're going to say it is 12:59. So we're going to give everyone about 10 minutes to complete the Blook-It. And then we will start 7th period at 1:15, which I believe is 10 minutes later than normal. So that means we will start student support at 2:40. So if you need help, we will be in the staff lounge answering questions. Thank you so much for joining us today. We wish you all a wonderful weekend and a wonderful shortened week next week as you celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday. Monday and Tuesday are early release dates.